This marriage certificate marks a historic milestone for Nepal's LGBTQ community. Maya Gurung, a transgender woman, and Surendra Pandey, a man, are the first Nepalese couple from the community whose marriage was registered in the tiny mountain country.
This is first in South Asia. We are very excited, all the sexual gender minority communities in Nepal.
Nepal's Supreme Court allowed registration of non-heterosexual marriages in June, pending the framing of laws. Neighboring India took the opposite path when the top court rejected pleas to legalize same-sex marriages. It was a discouraging development for the country's LGBTQ community. Despite the setback, India's LGBTQ activists are intensifying their campaign for equal rights. After the court ruled that it was up to Parliament to decide the issue, some are rallying political support.
I think for any sustained change in LGBTQ plus rights in India, we need to engage with our politicians. We need to ensure that queer rights become an issue in the legislative arena, in Parliament, in our state legislatures, in our sort of city councils. And we need to ensure that queer people are not begging for rights in the courtroom, but demanding for rights in the streets.
Gawand's Pink List, launched during the last parliamentary elections, is the country's first roster of politicians that support LGBTQ rights. India's Hindu nationalist government has opposed gay marriages, saying they are not compatible with the Indian family unit of a husband, wife, and children. Legal options are also being explored. Review petitions have been filed in the Supreme Court regarding its October judgment.
Everybody acknowledges that there is discrimination. If you are seeing a wrong, it is your duty as a constitutional court to right that wrong, which the court has failed, and it has abdicated its duty to right that wrong.
The community will also campaign for social change.
Social movements can't be won just in courts, Of course, winning a case is easier than winning hearts and minds. But some of us have to kind of go on the ground and advocate for everything day in and day out.
There is optimism.
Leading up to the national elections and leading up most certainly towards the next decade or so, you're going to see more young queer people come out, more young people demand to be heard, and more young people ensuring that we get the change that we need in this country today.
Such voices will set the course for the next big fight for India's LGBTQ community, which only emerged in the open 5 years ago after homosexuality was decriminalized following a long legal battle. Anjana Pasricha, VOA News, New Delhi.